What's up, everybody? Rick here at Bear Forex, and today is Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. How's everybody doing out there? Hope everybody's doing well. Thoughts and prayers out to those folks in California. That's where I am. I woke up this morning, and it looked like I lived on Mars, on the dark side. It was very black. I hope everyone's safe, and, watch out for each other. In the news today, which I didn't actually pay too much attention to, since there's basically a catastrophe going on in California right now, but there was some good news for the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and the NASDAQ, which all closed up today. Now, some people might say that's a dead cat bounce, but I don't think so, because it's very strong. I think people are buying because they got a cheap price. That's what I think. I also think yesterday and the day before, just a correction, people cashing out. Today's people cashing or trying to take advantage of the price. S&P 500 was up 2 points, NASDAQ is up 2.7, and the Dow Jones is up 1.5, about half of what it lost yesterday. So that's not a big deal. On the commodities front, crude oil basically flat, moved up just a little bit. Brent crude slipped up just a little bit. Gold is still basically a little bit on the flat side. It's just kind of bouncing along, not really doing much. Tesla, because yesterday it lost 20-something%, today it's up 11%. You know, all the tech stuff that lost yesterday, people are buying into that again. Economy looks good. I'm not concerned about the economy at all. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. So we're going to just move on. Today's going to be late. Everything's late. I had to go to the Department of Motor Vehicles. We have to get new IDs. And I thought I'd take advantage of the chaos, and there were still lines out the door. But let's go ahead and jump in to see what is going on. As always, we're going to start with the Aussie dollar. As soon as I get my charts going here, check 1, check 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Looks good. Now, here we are. Aussie dollar on the Wanda, on the dailies, and here price is doing exactly what I want it to do. Well, one of the two things. I want it to hit and bounce back up. So, price is falling, price is coming back up. We're looking for an entry now. Now it's time to look for an entry. Whether or not it'll happen this week, who knows? But it is now. We are in that phase on the daily chart. I am looking for an entry point. It's going to be above the 73 mark, whatever that entry point is, and that's what I'm waiting to see. Euro USD, same thing. We have price bouncing. I'm looking for an entry above 118.5. This is right here in this general area is where I'm looking to get back in. So long as price does not fall back down, I'm looking to go long. And I may or may not set a price target around the 1.2 mark. I just might do so, only because if you scale back, you can see that that's going to be the highest point. If it breaks this area, you're looking at a nice climb all the way back up to 2018 highs, which would be good. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen, but it might. So we're going to wait and see what happens there. But it's definitely time to look for entries, people. I'm excited. Pound dollar, not doing as well as the rest. Price did break this 1.3, which is what I wanted, so I might actually be looking to short this. This is indecision right here, so we're waiting to see what happens. Entry for this isn't going to be up, until around the between 130 and 132s to get back in on the long side. And on the short side, I need price to get back down to around 129 to prove to me that this is going to stay broken and it's not just a big spike. Because although price did break, it also spiked down, and then the bulls won again. And so far, this candle, which is only 2 hours old, looks to be on the indecision side. Granted, it is technically Thursday across the world, other than where I am over here in California. And it could just be people slowing down, waiting for the weekend. But we'll have to wait and see. New Zealand dollar, doing exactly what I thought it would do. Crashed back down and bounced back up. And there seems to me this month, so far, there seems to be a correlation with the weakening of the dollar. And then for some reason, as the dollar weakens or the stock market gets better, it's just doing the opposite of what it's supposed to be doing. Look, I don't really care what happens. I just trade the charts and I pay attention to news only because that's what moves the market the most. Now, what I'm looking for here is I'm looking to see price just climb a little bit. Maybe I want to say between 67 to 67.4 for an entry on the long side. On the short side, it will have to close under 66. It didn't. You see, price here bounced right on 66.2. It did get down to 66, but it slipped back up. And even if I do short it, it's going to be short-lived because there's lots of traffic down here by 65.2. So we're going to have to see what happens at that point. It's probably going to be news specific. On the tech side, it looks like price might bounce back up, but this is definitely, again, now I'm waiting to get in. That's all I'm looking for. So far, I'm waiting to get in on everything except, let me just slip back to the pound. The pound is the only thing where I don't have an area where I see clear entry. Not just yet. Now we're going to move on to the CAD now. And the CAD is doing what everything else is doing. You have a slide to the upside with people selling, buying back the U.S. dollar. Price hits 132.5 again, the same area as all this traffic, and now it slips back down. So, excuse me, I am looking for entry. Price still needs to get back down here, though. It really does need to break this 130.50. I'm not happy with this. It didn't break either one of these, so there's no buying just yet. There's no buying or selling of this. I'm not interested in this until we get a break of either one of these because it's just not doing anything. You can take a higher risk trade, but I wouldn't, or I'm not gonna, unless I obviously change my mind, and I do that a lot. But it just doesn't look that convincing. Price makes it up to the previous high and stops, and it played with this low for a while, and it didn't make it through. So we have to pick a direction. USD Swiss is up next, and it's doing exactly what I want it to do. It pulls up. I want it to break this level right here, 91. If it breaks below the 91, I see an entry, possibly. We'll have to wait and see what happens and see how it looks on my other metrics that I don't show on this chart. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Although it might be short-lived because this 90,000 mark, this 0.900 mark, is going to be tough to beat. So we're going to have to see what that looks like in a couple of days. And last but not least, the garbage USD JPY. Just doing nothing, just splattering along, wasting my time. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for the charting. That's just a quick update for today. Close this down. Not even really much happening on the 4-hour charts on this USD JPY. Everything else, though, has made a little bit of profit. So if anybody's interested in checking out what I do on the 4-hour and the infrequent times I scalp, to basically pay attention to me as I do things live, feel free to visit my Patreon page at Bear Forex. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up at bearforextrading@gmail.com. Follow me at Twitter under the handle of Bear Forex. And visit my website at bearforex.com, where you can see all my videos in one place, where every once in a while I'll have an article and commentary. Everything I post on YouTube goes also to my website. And I've also recently got onto Library. That's LBRY. It is a newer website where you can host videos and nobody forces you to do. You can do whatever you want there. You can post whatever you want there. It's, according to them, you're free to do and say what you want without being banned or demonetized. There is a link in my description at the bottom to my library page and how to join. So feel free to check that out. All right, everyone. Until tomorrow, take it easy.